Sports. It's in the game.
Welcome to EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. I'm Sir Nick, and this is The Road to the Masters.
Now, from the course that hosted the Ryder Cup in 2021, EA Sports coverage of PGA Tour golf brings us to Whistling Straits on the shores of Lake Michigan. Rich Lerner joined up in the booth by Frank Nobilo. Frank, there's nothing like it early tee time to get the adrenaline flowing.
And also, too, the golf course is perfect. Less divots. You don't see any sort of marks on the green. Greens are going to putt beautifully. And there's also, the course is a little bit softer. It's got the moisture from overnight. And also, when they've cut the golf course, there's that really green, fresh smell, like it's brand new.
Driving it straight, a big part of playing this golf course well, and that's a good start there in the fairway at the first. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Hi Rich, it's great to be here. We are in for an adventurous ride today, the backdrop of blue Lake Michigan. But finding the short grass, the fairway, one of the hardest things to do around here, so we're off to a promising start.
That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Digs into the bunker, getting set to play the third shot. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. Oh no, that never had a chance. So she will finish that for her bogey here at the first, and it is a +1 start to her round. Frank, how about the par 5, 597-yard second hole?
They give you a chance here. If you can hit a long drive down the left side, it starts to open up. But even a drive that finds the fairway down the right side, you might think it's okay, but chances are you can have a blind second shot.
And that's going to play just fine. So after the early bogey, the response is a solid tee shot here at the second. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And you really could not have placed this ball any better down the left half of this fairway, opening up that green beautifully to give this a crack in two.
Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot. Par 5's normally the easiest holes to birdie. It's a little bit of a waste unless you can come up with something of a genius of a putt.
Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
So that was much easier than it could have been, just to tap in for par after a terrific putt prior to that. All right, Frank, how do you like the look of the first par 3 in the golf course, the third hole?
Well, you have a good look at Lake Michigan for a start. That's certainly not where you want to hit it, though. Really use the green, the shape of the green, which angles to the left.
All right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. So now this for birdie down the hill, and it's going to pick up speed as it goes. Yeah, had to be careful with that one. Couldn't be too frisky, and that's not too bad. Okay, that's finished off for a par. Back here at Whistling Straits, we're on the 4th tee. It's a par 4, and it's a good one, Frank. 494 yards.
Very intimidating to the eye there. It sort of makes you hit it down the left side, but that's where you've got to be careful, because if you hit it down the left, it's going to kick further left and cause a lot of problems.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And the 4th year at Whistling Straits is challenging enough. You just have to find the fairway. That's what we've done here. So, still a chance of making a par or better.
Well played here, went straight for the flagstick, and she will have a nice putt coming up. 8 feet remaining here for birdie. Yes, well done there. And back to even par now on the day. Start to make our way inland now at the par 5 fifth. It is a shade more than 600 yards. All you want, you're going to need plenty of firepower to get home into, that's for sure. Water left, water right. You want to stay down that left side of the fairway. You'd be happy to walk away with a 5 here. She's got this one started up the right side. A lot of green to travel here, but this is for birdie. Oh, that was one heck of an effort right there. That would have been the birdie of the day by far. Well done. Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that in for a par. We turn back northward here at the par 4 sixth hole, measuring 409 yards. It is known as Gremlin's Ear, which is not particularly warm and inviting, and with good reason. Bunkers are everywhere. Two of note to avoid: the large bunker right of the fairway, and then the Gremlin's Ear itself, the putt bunker at the elbow of the green. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. These are fun shots to play, but they can be scary because if you don't take the right club, this ball could sail forever, never come down. It is well down the hill to that green. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And it looks pretty much straight overall, but it's going to pick up a lot of pace as it heads down this slope. Needs to be careful.
Not quite online, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, that one cleaned up without any issue, and that is a par. What an interesting par 3 this is. The 7th is 221 yards. There is trouble to the right, and it is nicknamed Shipwreck.
I think those people that decide to go straight at the flag, then that's where they will pay a high price. There's nothing wrong with being a little left of the flag here.
Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. Substantial movement on this putt right to left, and it's from distance, so this one not just about speed, but line as well. Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Still even par for the day. This one have enough going on for you? 506 yards, and it's a par 4 this 8th hole. Count them. There are more than 100 bunkers on this hole. So what you need to do is favor the left side, because if you don't, there is that steep drop off right into Lake Michigan, all those dunes, all those bunkers on the right. Focus. Focus. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Perfect spot to play this second, middle of the fairway. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Cleans that up in the hole. Finishing up this front 9, Frank, with a better than 440-yard par 4.
Bunkers left and bunkers right. The goal here is to hit it down the left side of the fairway. Otherwise, you might be blocked out by some of those trees that are just short of the green.
Yeah, that's a good tee shot right there. Got a little extra run out. That's where you want to be. After a good tee shot, Iona, this, her second.
And it is a tough par 4 to finish this front 9. Being in this section of the fairway has opened up the green nicely, but beware of 7 Mile Creek that snakes its way down the right-hand side.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realise if you just miss hit the middle of the club by a quarter of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
That's going to leak out to the right and trickle away. Not the right read there. So a tap in here, it's a bogey at the 9th, and that will make this a front 9 of 37, 1 over par. So we begin this backside with the par 4 10th. It's 391 yards. This one's all about positioning. You want to try to keep it down the left side of the fairway because there's that deep bunker on the right. That's a 240-yard carry. That's a pretty good poke. And this one's slowed up by the leaves, and that's not going to be a great result.
Yardage book says 140, second shot.
This one's looking good.
What a way to start the back 9. That is a tremendous iron shot.
From the heavy stuff to here, now this for birdie. Nope, I could have erased the bogey from the previous hole, but no dice there. Bit disappointing. Did all the hard work getting it out of the thick hay. Has to settle for par. One over for the day. Here we are at the 11th. It is the longest par 5 at Whistling Straits, measuring, how's this, a whopping 645 yards. Good drive will give you a chance to get your second on the plateau, offering a good look at your third. That will do just fine. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5.
Oh, such a sweet 3-wood. Actually too good, if anything. It just flew through the air. And a little unlucky that first bounce. That was like rock hard.
$14 feet to the hole.
Oh, there's the surgeon's touch right there. Well done to run that in for a birdie. Now to the 12th, short little par 3.
Yeah, just a short iron in hand. You'd like to think it's a birdie opportunity. One of the biggest problems here, though, was putting. This green, anything other than flat.
That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And a very straightforward look here, down the hill with no break.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. Okay, no problem with that. Arriving here at the 402-yard par 4 13th. It's called Cliffhanger with good reason. The green hanging over the cliffs above Lake Michigan. Best to favor the left side of the fairway if possible. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. Here we go. This one for birdie. That's a good putt. Just needed a little more behind it. Now to the par 4 14th. It is a dogleg left, about 396 yards.
Yeah, it really narrows up around that 300-yard mark. So this is another hole, really, where you don't need a driver. But somehow you've got to get that ball in the fairway. Remember, 250 yards only leaves 145 in.
So this, Iona, her second from the fairway.
121 yards is the number we're looking at. Pin in the middle, so it's a green light.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Down to Iona. This for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Frank, lots of sand and beach in view here at the 15th.
Yeah, this starts a tremendous 4-hole run to the clubhouse. And this is going to require your best tee shot. Maybe a little fade off the tee would keep it away from those bunkers on the left and set up that second shot.
tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Well, not as close to the pin as you'd like, but when you find greens in regulation on a regular basis, you're going to have a chance. That one just lacking a little bit of pace, but not bad at all from there. Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. Now the run to the finish beginning here at the 16th, Frank.
And there's certainly a chance for 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, you name it down here. But it's all going to start with one thing, and that's a good drive. That's a fine tee shot, but it is a long, long way to this par 5.
That one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
That's a good stroke. Doesn't quite get the reward of the eagle, but a birdie would be a nice consolation, right? Okay, mission accomplished there. 2 putts and a birdie at par 5. Well, Frank, we know that Pete Dye has given the world some intimidating par 3s, most notably the 17th at TPC Sawgrass. He says this one is even more fearsome.
And the reason why is the drop-off on the left. It's 20 feet below the level of the green. Then you've got the sand dunes on the right, which are sort of speckled with bunkers as well. And then there's a little sliver of green grass in between. That's the green.
Okay, safely aboard. A 2-putt has to be the name of the game here. This a long one for birdie. Oh, that is a really good putt. Got it to throw out the anchor right near the hole. That's well done. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. The final hole, the 18th, and the clubhouse in the distance. Frank, it's looking like home sweet home, isn't it?
Well, if you can hit the fairway here, that's one thing, but it still leaves an enormously long second shot.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Frank, this approach to 18, it will test you in every way.
Yeah, even off a good tee shot, it's a difficult second, and this is one that you really have to think, perhaps maybe hitting that second shot a little right of center.
Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. This is well back there and into the hill. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Okay, so that will wind up a par at the last. And that will finish off a 1-under round of 71. Well, Frank, what a day of golf we saw out there today. Now, from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, EA Sports coverage of the world of golf brings us to TPC Boston, here in the Boston suburb of Norton. With Frank Novelo by my side, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, as weekend golfers know, there's always part of your game that you're focused on. So I'll ask the question, what are you going to be looking at here today?
Tee to green, Rich. I know people always say putting's important. I'm not going to say it's overrated, but tee to green, if you want to play good golf day in, day out, fairways greens, that's the secret.
This starting toward the right side. And that is just what you're envisioning when you're on the range. That's positioned nicely in the right side of the fairway.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Gonna have to be a little careful with this one. It's for birdie. Oh, yeah, nothing to it. What a way to kick off a round. It is a long birdie here at the opening hole. Well, don't be fooled by the yardage on the card here at the par 5 second. It says 542, and that seems short. This is a pretty tough hole. It was renovated in 2010. Might need a fairway wood off the tee because of those mounds that go down the left side of the fairway. You want to stay away from those. If you do try to get home in two, beware those two bunkers left side of the green. Those could be trouble. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No, no chance. This from about 10 feet. A good opportunity lost there. -1 for the day. This third hole is distinctly New England, right? With that stone wall. Sort of feels old, even though this golf course was renovated not that long ago. This is all about a well-struck iron shot. This is a proper par 3. solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round, will win the day. Shouldn't be much in this for birdie. Nope, couldn't get that one on target. Decisions as you come to this 298-yard par 4 fourth. Should you go for it? You'll have a chance to get home with a really well-struck tee shot, but keep in mind there is a gigantic bunker guarding the left side of the green. That can pose a problem. The other option, just lay up. You'll have a full approach in, still with a good chance to make a birdie. Oh, this is going to be way down there. Oh, what a shot. Setting up for an eagle here. So now this, just outside 10 feet for eagle. Not to be a little short, but a good effort there. Okay, so that's why you take out the big stick and try to drive this par 4 after a good lag putt. It means that's no more than a tap-in birdie. Frank, the opening at TPC Boston, you could describe it as fun, gettable. It starts to change in character here at the 5th, doesn't it?
Yeah, beautiful par 4. You've got to be cognizant of exactly how far you can fly the ball, though, because there's 3 distinct sections of this green.
Two under on the day. All right, Frank, now to the 6th hole. It's a 465-yard par 4. What are the keys?
Well, it's framed beautifully by the trees just in front of the tee, so you know exactly where you're trying to go down there. 2 little bunkers on the right if you stray a little right, and if you stray a little left, you might just make it to the water.
Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notah Begay III.
Left with 154 to the hole, pin sitting on the right.
Imagine a miss club because that ball sailed past the flag. Really just fortunate to stay on the back of the green.
This one not for the faint of heart. Down a big slope, though it is for birdie. Will that stop? Yes, that was not easy down the slope, but that's pretty well done. We're at the 7th hole now, a Boston strong 600-yard par 5.
But it's reachable. There's enough mounding there. If a tee shot catches one of those mounds, it could kick another 20 or 30 yards and certainly make this reachable.
That one gonna split the middle, maybe get a little rollout as well. That is a good, solid tee shot. Now, from better than 300 yards out, a second to the par 5.
Two solid shots, gets close to this par 5 green in 2. I know the ball's in the rough, but it's not too bad. With a good short game, perhaps birdie.
We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Yeah, it's the break that you've really got to consider here. It will come from right to left. You've got to start it on line, and you've got a good chance of getting it close.
Oh, yes. Very impressive right down. That goes down for a birdie. Coming off the long par 5 7th, now a par 3, 213 yards. What's the 8th hole all about?
Another hole that picks with the same theme. Really want to fly this nice and high. That narrow part at the front of the green really is to be avoided unless the flag is there.
Boy, that one was coming in hot, and it winds up carrying over the back of the green. 3 under on the day. What a way to close out this front nine with the longest par 4 on this opening side. It's 472 yards at doglegs to the left. And then that second shot is a blind one. This is a good par 4. Well, that is right and way offline. No fairway here, this one in that rough. So a second shot coming up here from a long way back.
This is a 9-footer.
Didn't trust the read there, and that's going to cost him. So she'll tap that in for her bogey here at the 9th. And that's going to make this a 2 under 34 for the front side. Par 4 10th at 425 yards isn't overly long, but it's a strategic hole and it demands accuracy. Maybe a fairway wood off the tee, and there's that 2-tiered bunker you have to deal with on the right side of the green. You need to keep it away from that. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. This Nota, her second from the fairway.
Now she's looking at 154 yards to the hole, looking to make up for that drop shot with a birdie here.
Well, the easy part's done. It's on the green. The hard part now is a long putt coming up.
This one's going to need to carry some pace with it. A long one for birdie. Back up the slope. How about the speed here? Are you kidding? That is exceptional from that distance. That is worth a wow. Two under par for the round. Frank, given all of the trouble that you can get into here at this par 3 11th, you'd have to say that the player's going to be happy walking off with 3.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest greens on the golf course, Rich, and too often people try and go a little flag hunting. If the flag's on the right side, you don't want to pay the price by finishing up in the bunker.
That one going to wind up smack dab in the middle of the green. 3 putts, a definite possibility here. This is a long look for birdie. Not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Oh, no. Where was that going? Arriving now at the 510-yard par 4 12th. It is the only hole at TPC Boston without a bunker. Dogleg left, water hazard is in play on the approach. This one turning left a bit off the tee. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. This now for birdie at 12.
And this really is all about visualization. You've got to see the line in your head, pick out a spot, maybe a foot, foot and a half in front of you, and aim for that.
Okay, not a bad effort. One under for the round. This is a really good hole, the 13th. It's 447 yards. You have to be pinpoint straight off the tee here. Carry that rocky ledge in the fairway, and you will have a chance to access the hole location and maybe get out of here with a birdie. That would be some score. You're happy, though? Walking away with 4, trust me.
Well, somehow, that ball's got through the other side of the tree and really hadn't lost that much yardage. Imagine a miss club because that ball sailed past the flag. Really just fortunate to stay on the back of the green.
Not only a long putt, but a bending putt. Strong right to left in this one. They'll be very pleased just to get this one within a couple of feet. Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. So that was much easier than it could have been, just to tap in for par after a terrific putt prior to that. Frank, the 14th, this is a dogleg left, 495 yards, another case where the driver will set everything up.
But you have to avoid those mounds on the left. They'll just snag your ball.
And that is dead center right down the middle here to start the hole. that ball went straight down into the heavy rough.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
A little too much juice on that one, and now a little bit more work coming back.
Potential to make a mess here.
Yep, nicely done. Not what she was hoping for, I know, but she might consider herself fortunate to just get away with a bogey. All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left, that one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one really, fairway first.
No issues here. That is into the fairway. Perfect spot to play this second, middle of the fairway.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
12 feet still to go. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Here we are at the 16th now, looking at just over 160 yards.
You can sense the fear, can't you?
Okay, that's going to make its way into that rough to the left, but this shouldn't be all that difficult. You want to bring it home in style. You want to finish with a flourish. 412-yard par 4 17th. What's the way to play it?
Just head it down the right side. You don't really want to mess with that sort of rock crop bunkers down the left side. All sorts of bad things happen if you finish there.
Okay, this 17th is a tricky fairway to hit, but that is going to wind up fine.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole.
Got that up too high, and it didn't want to come back. Just like that, with a bogey, goes from level par to 1 over. Well, Frank, this is really one of the most exciting finishing holes on tour. The 18th here at TPC Boston, par 5, risk-reward, chance to really make something happen right at the end. Ooh. And that's where you need to be, back into the fairway on this par 5.
This is a tough hole today, and just inside 10 feet after that short shot, so still working very hard to make par.
Oh, boy, you hate to give one back on a putt like that. Okay, it's a 6-year at the last, and that will finish off a 2-over round of 73. Well, Frank, as they say up here in New England,